Hello. It is my August goals video. The start of the month, August the 3rd. Starty as much as I can start. Let's go through what I'm thinking about doing, what I'm hoping to do, what are my goals for the month. Starting off with a reminder at the very beginning of my August goals, which is when I do my wrap up, I will review my August journal entries because it's useful to use it as a tracker going along, but it's also kind of handy to have something to look back on and go, okay, this is kind of objectively, at least objectively, what I put down, I noted for the month, and that gives me a bit more of a good sense of what the month was, actually versus my imagined feelings on the day of doing the wrap up, which sometimes can be kind of despondent. And it's actually really good to have something that says, oh, okay, no, you did all this stuff, and this stuff came up, so that might be why things kind of went off the blocks. And things did go a bit off the blocks in July, but that's the cool thing about having these arbitrary divisions. You can say, okay, it did. Now let's try and get back on track. One of the things that was not off track was number one, time with Ja. That's weekend activity with Ja, chatting at breakfast. We're not doing shapes and shoulders and feet and stuff like that at this point. We're basically just having breakfast, but that was good. There's a new schedule with Ja, so kind of making sure I fit that in. She's working at home, so I'm like taking advantage of the fact she has breaks. She has a lunch where we don't have intense time together, but we get to sit companionably and just chill and just relax. And that's also, I think, is kind of valuable. So there's all that. And this schedule will change it yet again because she's still in the training process at the moment. At some point, she'll be actually working, and that will be another schedule to adjust to and to try and make sure that we kind of work around, that we still have all that, we get that time together. Number two, yes, going to continue walking daily with the dogs and Jackie with Sunday and Mondays off. Those are my days off. Number three, early to bed, 12:30-ish, and early to rise, about 7:15, 7:10 is what I'm going for, and then a nap daily because I need that extra sleep in there for sure. Number four is mindful calorie intake. Evening snack is what I'm really focused on, with a small plate, not a bowl, and to try and also just sort of general portion sizes as I go along in the day. But yeah, to be really, I'm focusing in on that evening snack. Maybe the evening snack is the most. Maybe it's not the one I should focus on. Maybe I should focus on other ones where it's a little bit. I can just do portion size. However, I have last night and the night before, I think I used a small plate, uh, piled, but a small plate nevertheless, not a bowl. So that there was that. So that kind of takes it down a little bit. I'm working on it. Number five is phone and earbud hygiene. Don't need to continue on about that, but yeah, it's basically not taking my phone or my earbuds into the bedroom when I sleep, and that's working out really well. Number six, getting to work on time. I do need to continue to work on that. Really, that kind of like, okay, 2:25, stop and get myself out of the house. So I'm biking away at 2:30 to 1:55. Just need to really give myself a hard stop because I have a tendency to do some more writing, and I'm like, oh, I'll just wait until 2:35, and then I'm really late. So yes, 2:25, hard stop. Number seven, continue to adjust to the new normal at work, adjust to new workers and new challenges. And there's always new challenges, and there's always new workers, and there's always change in dynamics. And it's just like, try and relax, let it come. The worst thing that just like, we protect the clients, we make sure the clients are okay, make sure they get their medication, don't lose any clients. And past that, try and be flexible. That kind of an openness to what's happening and caring openness to what's happening is, I think, crucial to being a good support worker, which is what I'm always striving for. And sometimes I succeed in, and sometimes I could do better. Number eight, daily physio exercises, the F and T marks. with bed leg lifts, which I haven't been doing, but I've been doing all my core and pelvis and hip exercises from Stephanie Black, and that has been really helpful for kind of strengthening, making my back more resilient. I do think. Um, Number 9, which I fell off entirely in July of doing, is my daily to-do checklist. And this just very simple thing of kind of at the beginning of the day, looking at that to-do list, making a to-do list of like, okay, what should I get done today? August goals was on my list of what to do today. Doing the Dreyfus review yesterday was on my list. Making that list of kind of hard things of like, I'd like to really get this done, will help me focus and maybe not make me make me a little bit more less vulnerable to giving into indulging other of my passions or desires. Indeed, and we'll get to them later. Number 10, public channel, which I did not do anything on my public channel. That's a part of the unbalancing of the thing. I didn't do anything on my public channel. I have for goal 1 video every other week, which I still think is probably manageable. I do a lot of just videos, but they're mostly been dark videos and reading out videos lately. So trying to like, okay, let's build back in a little bit of public J into my stuff, which is like reviewing notable books. I have made a review of Dreyfus by Ruth Harris. I will review that. Hopefully, I will review that today. That's on my to-do list, and kind of assess whether that's the version I'm going to release or if I'm going to want to do another one. I'm also thinking about doing a digest video of just like, hey, I've been reading lately, and this is what I've been reading, and just kind of trying to rapid fire go through a bunch of books. I know that's a difficult video for me to do, and I'll try and kind of come up with a curated list of some of the books with some points to say on a couple of bullet points to say on each one, and if I don't have anything to say on a book, I can just edit it off my list. Try and do that. So there's that. Could be a check-in video. I don't know if I'm going to do a check-in video. That might be the digest video. I think is going to do a lot of stuff like a check-in video or a very late mid-year book check-in video. I think it's going to be kind of a digest video. So if I could do that, that would be like, if I get two videos done in this month, that would be pretty awesome. We'll see if it's 3, but at least 2. 1901 reading goals, 1901 project. So I finished reading Dreyfus by Ruth Harris, which I really enjoyed. I am reading out loud in very tiny little chunks, Literary Lapses by Stephen Leacock, which, regardless of the quality of that book or how much the humor survives, humor is a very fragile thing. How much it survives, it's been the perfect book to read out loud at the moment when I was so distracted with other things. So I mean, I'm gonna find a new 1901 book to read after finishing my light amuse-bouche with Ask Cassandra by Kate Healy. And that is not to downplay that book. That's an amazing book. Maybe a foreign language book in this time period with translations being okay, just to try and break out of just the English speaking world in this period. So so I need to kind of keep my eyes open for stuff like that, of like, what do I want to do next that away. Probably go back. I've got lists somewhere. So writing projects, I've got it at the very bottom, but it's the MD project has been big all consuming for July. I wrote a lot of MD, published 2, but I have like 4 or 5 other stories written. I'm writing yet another one that's kind of even an offshoot of that, an offshoot from my MD letters, with interactions with fellows. So that has been the big thing that's consumed me. The writing is not so much the problem. Is I think the letters have just taken up a lot of time. So that is a part of what I'm going to use my to-do list to combat. I enjoy doing this. It's fun, obviously. I'm attracted to it, but I need to kind of keep it down to like a half an hour or an hour, probably an hour to be realistic, each day of that, and then just move on with the rest of my stuff. Probably half an hour. Yeah, yeah, somewhere in there of doing that, and then I can, if I do an hour of writing of a story, I don't care where it is. Vaguely thinking about all my TT stories that I have that could be dusted and published. I think I have a list of stories to put on LE. I think somewhere. Do I have this? I'll have to think about what I want to do with all that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And I would also like to start. It's August, so it's August, September, October, November. Start thinking about a NaNoWriMo project. What would that look like? Who would be writing that? I mean, it doesn't matter who would be writing that. It's just a matter of writing what the project is, because it doesn't matter if it's MD writing it. I won't, I don't need to put any identifying marks on the actual website of me writing it, so that's fine. I don't care. So yeah, that's my writing project. So yeah, you can see that's taken up a lot of time, and some of that writing has been just been, it's not been erotic stories, it's been erotic letters. So yeah, I'll need to work on just keeping that under control. Number 13 is my daily journal keeping. So that's doing my entry in the morning, working on vignette subjects each day, review entries before the August goals wrap up, and doing a little doodle in there at one of my interactions, probably finishing up at night, just, doing my, do a little doodle each day. I think I actually did one. I did one for today, so that's good. That's good on my MD Sniveler theme there. So that's good. Number 14 is reading on the weekend, first thing in the morning, 2 hours each day. That seems very ambitious, but it really helps. It really helps to just be able to sit and read for long periods of time. I have shopping first thing on Monday, so it'll happen after that. But yes, 15 is doodling. Just do a daily scribble in the journal each day. That at the moment I think is fine. With the other demands I have on my life, I'm fine with that. Keep a little bit of a toe in there, but it's a tiny little toe. Number 16 is sign every day with Ling Vano. I'm coming up on a whole year straight of doing it. Number 17, outside gardening tasks with Jackie. That is mowing. General to-do list from Jackie, daily short sessions. We are looking for a gardener. We'll see how that quest goes. It might be a long quest for a gardener that we can afford, but we have a little bit more of an influx of cash coming into the house, so we shall see how that goes. Number 18, the indoor herb garden. I'm going to clean that and put that away. That will close that off for a while. 19, vocal improvement, doing a no-ums video weekly, which could be like just book reviews or book prep videos. Or this weekend I could definitely, I'm gonna watch myself in the Dreyfus review, and then maybe I can just talk about it in a no-ums video, just to kind of process the trauma of watching myself in a video. Horrible, but also educational, a way to hopefully improve myself. I'm going to do a anxiety video check-in on August the 14th, which I find is just like, it's nice having one video where just like, okay, how am I doing mentally? What am I anxious about now? Kind of that sort of thing. Or maybe I'm completely zen that day and it'll be great. Doing my vocal exercises daily. Vocal exercise vid 2 to 3 weeks apart. On August the 12th is where I'll do my next one. Yeah, I do one a month. It's, I don't know, 2-3 weeks apart. It's once a month. Number 20 is my 2024 themes video. Check in on August the 11th. So basically look at what my themes were for the year when I started this, and see how they apply to where I am now, because there's been some big changes, big veers off that have happened, creatively at least. Otherwise fairly kind of steady, well, there's been Ja's life has changed significantly, so that changes things. And but my job is, sort of the same. I'm going to the same place, working with the same people, all that, with challenges, but it's thing. So yeah, we'll see. Number 21 is house tidy or clean, half an hour a day or weekend session. We did a bunch on Ja's office last month. This might be another month where we try and like focus in on our offices again. And I know that now looking around at my office, it's just continually, that half is just always piled with crud. We don't have anywhere else to go. I stand at my desk here, so it's not a big deal, but it would also be really great to kind of get that more cleared out. I'm not going to get it perfectly done, but more cleared would be great. So that's a good thought for the month. So yeah, number 22 is supporting and checking in with Ja and her continuing kind of challenges. She's doing such a great job with her stuff, making home a good place to work in, because she's working from home with her new job, getting her lunches made on time for when she comes out for that little half an hour slice of lunchtime, so she can just sort of sit down and chill. Yeah, just trying to work at that, making it a good place for her. Number 23, I've got checking in on my MDMA lessons or experience that I've had, and how I feel about it, and how I feel about the people I participated with, and kind of parsing all that out, with also an eye that we've set up a new date. Actually, I think it's in this month now. It was going to be next month, but in this month, where we're going to do another MDMA session. So it'd be good to kind of process and think about that. I will go look at my journal entry for June the 1st, which was my initial experience of that, and yeah, work on that, deepen that. I think it's really one of these things where what you get out of it is what you put into it, very much. I think it's a tool, but you can have a shovel and just toss it on the ground, or you can have a shovel and you can dig and make it a gigantic fortification over your entire life, a monument. And I don't think I'm doing that with this particular shovel, but it'd be interesting to see what I could actually, with a little bit of thought and intentionality, make of it all. So yeah, that is where I am with August, and we'll see you at the end of the month. Well, you'll see me a lot more between then, but you'll see me at the end of the month to talk about how that went. More videos later.